Good question. Okay, so honestly, I think that they handled this situation about as well as they could have. Because with a show like Curb Your Enthusiasm, they're of course not going to go and do this big, dramatic, emotional episode where the character passes away. Jeff Garland said this, it just wouldn't fit in with the kind of show that it is. It wouldn't really work. And yeah, could they have tried possibly to do a thing where they have an episode where the character passes, but they do it in a comedic fashion? Yeah, they could have. And, the show does dark humor. It deals with serious subject matter all the time. And although I don't necessarily think that Bob Einstein would have had a problem with it, it could have come off as insensitive to his family, maybe other people who are his friends who were not involved with the series, it could have come off as insensitive to them. And it just could have been a little weird because you're dealing with, the real passing of a real person. It's different than just dealing with some sensitive subject matter in kind of a vague, distancy sort of way, And, so basically they just kind of have the character not be around anymore, and they have a few passing lines where they mention, apparently he's like in China or something. And then they have Vince Vaughn's character, who's Marty Funkhauser's cousin. I think Vince Vaughn did a good job in the role. Not an actor I usually enjoy, to be honest, but he was, pretty charismatic in the role. And they have, other characters pop up, Marty's son and stuff like that here and there. They probably did a better job with it, honestly, than they did when the actor who plays Larry's dad passed away, because there they just kind of don't mention it hardly at all, if ever. Where is the character? Why isn't he around anymore? It just kind of feels like, I don't know, poor continuity or something. But, these situations are sensitive. I don't exactly know what's going on behind the scenes, but I think they probably did it the best that they could. I just don't know if there's another way they could have made it work. Maybe mention, him a little more often and give a little bit more of a clear explanation of where the character is. But other than that, I thought they handled it fine. And thankfully, it wasn't an issue that came up, when Richard Lewis passed away. Thankfully, they were able to film the final episode and have him have a significant role in it, before, before we lost him. So that's one positive.